welcome back to Georgina Life in this flu season. And we are actually really thrilled and very, very happy to have Adil Lada here, the Director of Pharmacy Operations for Loblaw Canada.
It's nice to be here. Thank you for having me.
You're going to talk to us about why we need a flu shot, and you have the best three candidates here.
That's right.
I don't
all need to be. We're all kind of Scrooge about the flu shot.
Yes.
So we were, making him run the gauntlet beforehand, and we're going to do it again.
Hey, I'm down. You laid the challenge.
Why do we need the flu shot?
Well, do you want the flu?
Well, the answer to that is no.
More sensible adult choices.
We want other things.
No, I mean, the reality is the flu is just one of those debilitating respiratory illnesses that just knocks you out for a couple of weeks, right?
Yes.
You're going to, if you do end up getting the flu, you're going to end up experiencing, fevers, chills, headaches, body aches, but you're also going to get that fatigue. Yeah, exactly, right? That fatigue and that just extreme weakness.
Right,
Yes.
right.
And the flu, if you've had the flu,
Yes,
in
without
the past,
question, I'm there.
And you said that weakness. You could get hit with the flu, but it's the weakness that stays with you, correct?
So for most of the symptoms that I just spoke about, it'll usually take 2 to 7 days to resolve.
Yes.
But that weakness and that fatigue just sort of rolls on and rolls on for a couple of weeks.
Right.
And so that's really, that's what impacts us on the long run. And your flu shot's your best protection.
Okay, so, and I said to you, but I never get the flu.
Okay. Well, I mean, I would say...
That was a little fierce.
I would say, you're counting your chickens now. The flu...
Knock on wood for
here.
me.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
Well, everybody is at risk for getting the flu.
Yes.
Right.
It's not, it's not a certain segment of the population. It is absolutely everybody.
Right.
And so, if, we talked about how contagious the flu is in the past, and it's, you can get the flu from people coughing or sneezing who have the flu around you, and you're inhaling those droplets.
Right, because you said that's airborne.
Exactly. But you can also get the flu, what a lot of people don't recognize or understand, you can get the flu from just surfaces that you touch. If somebody who had the flu touched those same surfaces.
Right. So I shouldn't take Grant's pen right now and put it in my mouth.
I mean, I wouldn't. You maybe not. I've had the flu shot. So hey,
Hey.
Touch all my stuff.
But what a lot of people don't recognize and understand is the flu on surfaces can actually live for up to 9 days.
And that was
stunning to me.
amazed because
it kind of grosses me out. I don't want to touch anything or anyone.
It's like I don't even want to put my hands in my own pocket.
Totally.
That's awful.
Like that's scary.
So now, and Grant was saying to you, what about you hear from people like, I got the flu shot, now I'm sick.
Yep.
So, I mean, that's one of the biggest myths that I hear all the time.
Okay.
It's not true. You can't get the flu, at least, from the flu shot.
Okay.
You may feel, a bit of fever or a bit of a headache, a bit of muscle acheness for the day, maybe a couple of days after getting the flu shot.
Okay.
But it's not nearly as extensive or as significant as, the symptoms that you would get if you actually got the flu.
People are saying, why am I putting that into my body if I'm going to feel like this?
Right. So the idea here is when you get the flu shot, it's actually an inactivated virus.
Okay.
So what that basically means is, the virus that goes into you can't actually replicate, and so it can't bring on the full sort of, the full symptoms of what a flu is.
So you just get a little taste of it.
You get a little taste, exactly. So you get a little taste of it, and what your body does is it takes that taste, it sort of understands what it is, and it starts to mount its defense to protect you from the flu.
We like that. It sounds like you're battling something.
Aren't there different strains of the flu that particular viruses can protect you against, and then perhaps you may get another strain?
So I mean, it's not a perfect science,
right?
And I'll admit it's not a perfect science.
Yeah, I'm welcome to the human race.
The flu shot that we do get, that generally is administered in our pharmacies, is it has 3 types of influenza virus. So it's got 2 type A's and 1 type B.
Okay.
And the idea here is that particular virus has been, the powers that be in Health Canada have tried to match those particular strains to what they believe this year's flu will be. The strains that are out there. So the idea is, the flu shot becomes available sort of in around mid to early October.
Right? Seeing signs.
Exactly. Now, the flu itself really starts to take grasp in this area around late November all the way through winter.
Oh.
Hello.
Yeah, exactly, right? So you might, you might be on that.
I'm on that path, I think.
Totally. So, go ahead.
Okay. So you were saying now is the time because it takes 2 weeks, I guess.
It takes 2 weeks for your body to mount that defense. It's got to understand, it's got to first recognize that there's a little bit of flu in there, and it's got to build up the antibodies so that when you are actually exposed to a live virus, it's ready to take it.
So every holiday party, every church function, everything that you're going to do in the next couple of weeks, or starting in the next couple of weeks.
Exactly. If you're going to be attending parties, if you're going to be hugging people,
kissing people.
I kissed so many people yesterday.
Well,
I feel terrible. They're all, I hope they got their flu shot.
Well, that's just it, right?
There you
call
go.
them up and ask.
There you go.
Totally. And what's great about the flu shot now is, for the last 5 or 6 years, pharmacists at pharmacies across Ontario, across Canada, have been able to administer this.
Yes.
And so you're seeing a lot more people starting to get their flu shots because they don't actually have to go into a physician's office, book an appointment, do that.
Right.
So the convenience of walking in is just incredible, right?
Yeah, so we want people to, one, head to Loblaw's right now, start your defense, and get your flu shot. And coming back up right after the break, Linda and I are heading to the kitchen for some flu fighters.
That is
yes, we're going to be talking about some food. So stay with us.